All right, guys, we just got done with the Binzer. Now, the moment that you submit the Binzer, get on your mortgage broker, get on your mortgage lender, get them to order the appraisal immediately, okay? And just a public service announcement here: appraisers work for the bank. I cannot emphasize that enough. Um, Now, this is the stipulation about borrowing from a bank and doing a traditional funding to purchase a property, is that if the bank is giving you the loan, they want to make sure the property is equal to the loan. Property value is equal to the loan amount. The appraiser doesn't care about the seller. The appraiser doesn't care about the buyer. So there you go. Now, the value. All right, that's their goal. Their goal is they want to make sure that there's collateral and that the collateral's intrinsic value is equal to the loan amount. So that in the event that the borrower defaults on the loan, they want to make sure that they can try to recoup some of their expenses. So that is the point of the appraisal. It's there to safeguard the bank. They don't care about the buyer. They don't care about the seller. Now here's a warning: out of nowhere, story time. Okay, uh, you can literally be 4 days before closing, and the appraiser can literally destroy a deal. And all too often, the deal can be moving swimmingly, both the buyer and the seller, and they get shell shocked with new information. Now, here is a property I worked on where I listed a property for $295. Okay, I got it under contract for $300,000. The seller agreed to fix all the stuff in the Binzer for the buyer because they didn't want to lose the deal. I mean, why would he? It's $300,000, and he's like, I have a little extra cash, and I don't mind helping this buyer out because they submitted over asking price, and we'll fix a lot of the stuff and get this deal going. We have good. We want to basically have uh, good faith all the way around, and I'm willing to help this buyer out because they submitted over asking. 5 days before closing, okay, we thought the deal was going to be done, and the appraisal comes back at 280. Look at that. We listed it for 295. We got it under contract. The buyer said, "Hey, to me, it's worth $300,000." And then, boom, the bank said, "Nope, it's worth $280,000." Oh man, I was so upset for my sellers. I was like, "Man, we should." I was trying to tell my sellers, like, "Listen, I'm your agent. I work for you. I'll do exactly what you want me to do," kind of a thing. And and the bank just wouldn't budge. All right, and the buyer doesn't have an extra. Let's say it was under contract for 300,000, right? Even if we wanted to get 295 because the bank appraised for 280, the bank is only willing to fund up to $280,000 towards that property. So to get the 295, the buyer would have to fork up another $15,000, or the seller will have to reduce their price to 280. Okay, so the point is that the buyer or the seller are going to have to fork up the extra cash. And the end of the story, because the seller was just so distraught, they were like, "I just want to be done," and they bulked and they dropped their price to 280. So it's a really sad event for my seller, but it happens sometimes, and this is a part of the deal. So if you're the buyer, this could be in a great position for you. But at the same time, though, if you're the buyer, you're like, man, like the seller could easily back out and be like, "I'm not doing this deal. Your bank is being reckless, and I don't really want to negotiate." Like my seller could have easily backed out of that deal. So, but the seller didn't want to start over either. So you never know. You never know. And that's why we're talking about appraisals, so you could be ready for it. All right, there you go, guys. Thanks.